In a vast green meadow surrounded by distant mountains, a single daisy grew right in the middle of a patch of tall sunflowers. The daisy's name was Dena. Compared to the sunflowers, she was tiny, barely reaching the lowest leaves of her towering neighbors. The sunflowers stretched proudly toward the sky, their golden faces always turned toward the sun, basking in admiration from birds, bees, and butterflies. Dena loved the sun too, but no one ever seemed to notice her. The bees flew right past her. The birds landed on the sunflower's thick stalks. Even the wind seemed to pass over her, caught by the tall rows of petals above. At first, Dena tried to fit in. She stretched every day, reaching as far as she could. She tilted her face to the sun like the sunflowers did. But she couldn't grow tall, no matter how hard she tried. Her roots were small. Her stem was delicate. And her petals, though white and bright, didn't seem to draw any attention. One afternoon, the tallest sunflower, whose name was Solon, leaned down and said, "You should have bloomed somewhere else. You'll never be noticed here." Dena felt a sting in her petals. But she didn't say anything. She just kept facing the sun. As the weeks passed, the season began to shift. Summer turned toward autumn, and the winds grew colder. The sunflowers, once proud and strong, began to droop. Their heads grew heavy with seeds, their leaves wilted, and their golden petals started to fall. Their height now made them fragile in the wind. Rain soaked their tops, and many began to bend and break. Dena, still small, remained upright. Her short stem held firm. She swayed gently in the wind, but she did not break. Her petals stayed bright. She soaked up the rain and continued to bloom, even as the others bowed their heads. One day, a group of children wandered into the field with sketchpads and pencils. They looked around, searching for something beautiful to draw. The sunflowers were too tall, most of them bent and browning. Then one of the children spotted Dena. "Look at this one," he said. "It's still blooming." The children gathered around her. They knelt down to get close. One of them touched her petals gently, then began to sketch her carefully. Others joined in, each drawing her from a different angle. They admired her color, her shape, her strength. Dena felt warmth not just from the sun but from the attention she had never known before. That evening, as the sun set behind the mountains, Solon leaned toward her again, his stalk creaking from the strain. "They drew you," he said. "Not us." Dena looked up, her face calm. "Sometimes being small means you're closer to the ground," she said. "Closer to the ones who notice the little things." As days passed, more visitors came to see the field. Most of the sunflowers had withered. But in the center of it all, Dena remained. She had become a quiet symbol of perseverance, of quiet beauty, of something that didn't need to shout to be seen. Eventually, the field was cleared for winter. The sunflowers were harvested and removed. But the gardener who tended the land saw Dena still blooming and marked her spot. When spring came again, she returned brighter than ever, now surrounded by other wildflowers the gardener had planted in her honor, poppies, marigolds, and more daisies. Dena never grew tall. But she never needed to. Her strength had come from staying true to herself, rooted in who she was, not who others expected her to be. The lesson is this: you don't have to be the tallest or the loudest to be seen and valued. Stay true to yourself, and in time, the world will notice the quiet beauty that only you can offer.